So in the building, we're at Fem Fel. Just give us a brief history into the musical life of Fem Fel, man, to those that don't know.
Well, really, I started rapping in prison, came out, released a few mixtapes with SM1, and 2 solo mixtapes, took a big fat break and came back, and then just released my album, now, basically, in a nutshell.
So people are putting you under the category of road rap, man. Are you cool with that? Are you alright with the title?
No, I'm just a musician. I won't really say road rap because not all my music's about the roads, you see. So I think I'm just a musician, a rapper.
You're like being put into the category of like the emergence of a lot of, you know, MCs with uncensored content, like your Giggsies and your K-Coats and your Sneak Bowls and stuff like.
Yeah.
Where do you see it all going, man? Because like before, like MCs like that weren't getting given no chance.
I hear that, but 50 Cent done it in America. So did Master P, so did Tupac, so did Snoop Dogg. So I only see that we're at the beginning where they were about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. So I think we all got a chance to get to where we're going if we work hard enough. You know?
Would you say that it's fair that UK rap has been in the shadow of grime and now is emerging?
Most definitely. But it's weird because you say that, but then it sounds controversial. But then you say that, but then the grime artists that do well start rapping. You know, because all grime artists that are charting and doing well are rapping. You know, so it's a weird one, isn't it? Most of them, not all of them, most of them are rapping. So it's like, yes, UK rap people that started rapping from the beginning have kind of been in the shadow. But then again, I think that MCs are rapping anyway, so it's just all one big melting pot of musicians, to be honest.
You know, recently, last 7 days, online, been exploding with the emergence of OG Nikki. A lot of people having problems with a 17-year-old Birmingham MC, female MC, spitting such sexual content without much, you know, censoring and that, man. What's your opinions on the whole situation, man?
OG Nikki, I don't know, man. It's just weird, because she's saying some crazy stuff, but, you know, it's up to her. It's all down to her, you know. It's, if people don't like it, they just shouldn't watch it, to be fair, you know. That's what I do. If I don't like something, I just don't watch it, rather than watch it and comment on it, you know. I just don't watch it.
You don't think it's a problem? You don't think she should be maybe more responsible for her content and her influence?
But how many responsible 17-year-olds do you know? What were you doing at 17? You know what I mean? It's very hard to be responsible at that age. And someone that isn't like media trained, or it's not like she's been in the game for a while, like said Chipmunk, and knows that she is a role model. She just done one freestyle and blew up. So yeah, I don't really expect her to be responsible. I expect people around her to act responsible. You know?
So from an outsider like looking in, you said that you think the people around her should be a bit more responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really think she needs someone to put her arm around her shoulder?
Not even, not even. I think she just needs good management. But I don't know, she might have good management. I really don't know. I don't know a lot about her. I've just seen one freestyle, you know. But I know that someone like that, because she's going to have a lot of negativity, she needs someone around her and good people around her to keep her strong when everyone's dissing her and slandering her, and, you know. So I think she just needs good guidance. I don't know about her arm around her shoulder though.
So like, so an artist like Fem Fel, you know, you've been grafting for a few years now, since 05, in 11 now, a few record labels following, album about to drop and all that kind of stuff. What's more important to you, man? Commercial crossover success or like respect?
Yeah, do you know what's so weird? If you didn't say respect, I was just going to say respect. What's more important is people respecting the music that I've created, you know? The way I've put together an album that's got everything on one album, you know, and I've kind of balanced it out, but I think I'd rather that than the commercial. That can come, you know. And if it doesn't come, then it maybe just wasn't meant to be. But I want to be known and leave the game as a guy who can make good music. And I think I've tried to do that in my singles.
So you've been grafting for like a good 5-6 years now. You know, you served time in prison.
Yeah.
Like when you come out of prison, you say that's when you started rapping.
Yeah.
How much of an impact did the jail time have on you as an artist?
I wouldn't have started rapping if I didn't go to prison, because that's when I started actually writing lyrics and clashing people in the exercise yard and that. So it had a big influence on my music career, you know. And then the rest of my music is just based on my life, to be fair.
So, but you put in a lot of, like 5 years is that's a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Like, what advice would you give to MCs, like UK rappers coming up now? Like, when does it get to the point where you say, maybe, you know what, this ain't for me, maybe another career?
I don't believe in quitting, you know. What I think is that you should just go hard, and what my advice I do is work hard and be yourself. My biggest advice to anybody in any walk of life is to be yourself. And that's the only way you can be real, is to just be yourself. You know, if you feel like it's not for you, then just don't do it. If you feel like you want to make it and you feel like you're good enough, then be real to yourself and just carry on. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
So you spoke before, like we was on radio, Rinse FM just a little while ago, and you spoke about Wretch 3-2 signing being very important to your career. Just break down that for the camera, man.
Because he's a lyricist that people used to say he's too complex, he's too complicated, he doesn't get enough views on YouTube, he doesn't get this and doesn't get that, and he's still done well, you know. And I'm a lyricist, and I don't get the highest views, I don't get 300,000 views like, you know, OG Nicky and that, you know what I mean? So I think he's kind of, along with Gigs and some other people that represent what I represent, if they do well, then I kind of see it as opening the door for me, you know.
How important do you think the image is, man, like for an MC to work out here at the moment? Because there's a lot of MCs that are coming up at the moment that are maybe not media trained and not ready for the camera.
Yeah, but that, you know, that's a hard one. Image, there's a difference. How much impact does image have, or how much impact do I think image should have? I don't think image should have any impact. I think the music should do the talking, you know. But I know with these record labels and these conglomerates that it's one of the most important things, how you look, you know, how you carry yourself, which is cool. But I think you can be taught how to dress, and you can be taught how to, you know, talk and taught how all that stuff. But you can't be taught how to make a good song, you know. So I think that should be the most important thing.
Where do you see this UK rap thing in the next 5 to 10 years, or 5 years?
I think I can see it becoming it's another genre of music, just like indie and rock and pop. Well, I can't say pop because what is pop, but you know what I mean. I think it can honestly be like any other bit of music that's made around the world. Why shouldn't it be? You know, we work as hard as everyone else, so yeah, hopefully it works.
So Eyes Closed, your debut album. What can people expect from that?
You can expect to hear me closing my eyes and letting the music come from my heart. You know, just real honesty. Any
surprises on the CD?
Yeah, me rapping in double time. I've never done that before. You can expect that. You can expect. I wouldn't like it to be a surprise to you to hear good songs, because I hope that everyone that's watching this knows I can make good songs. You know? So I don't want that to be a surprise to you. I want you to expect to hear good music. You know?
And you said some major labels are sniffing around, man. How close is that to happening?
I don't know, you know. They're sniffing and sniffing and sniffing. Do you know what's weird? I'll be totally real with you. I think I've got everything but the YouTube views. It's weird. I know I shouldn't mean biggest, but I think I actually got everything. I've got the music, I've got the fan base and that, but I just don't have the sheep. And I think record labels need to see that sheep go and follow your stuff, because then they believe they're the people that's gonna buy your music, which is not always true. You know, Soulja Boy has got, I don't know, like millions and millions of views on YouTube and sold that 14,000 in his first week. But until labels get to know that it's all about the music, then I don't know. I'm gonna keep going at them and sending subliminals until they sign me. I went in, came out, went back again. They tried to break me in half like an aspirin. I stuck my tongue to the jury. Accident, I walked out in my jewelry. Thanks again. Listen, it sounds weird, but I thank the system. I take this bar out to thank my sister. Ups and downs, she was down to listen, and never made me cross like a devout Christian. Mum said that I lacked the cause. I tried uni twice, but crashed the course. Ack said you gotta be tactical. Put thoughts in your plans, move practical. So what did I do? I went back to food. I got nicked on Bell, real classical. I heard the same old thing like back in school. How could you be so smart and still act the fool? I got the on my mind, I'm money on my